What's going on, everybody? Sippi and Shannon Show, episode 5, coming back at you with another episode. This week we're going to be going through a bunch of stuff, have a bunch of questions to ask Sippi. We're also going to be comparing, another week of baseball, Southern Miss and LSU. We're all going to explain what we think is going to happen. If Sippi thinks they're going to get a sweep this weekend, we're going to get a sweep, or stuff like that. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and add Sippi to the stream.
My man,
Go on,
Southern
Sippi.
Miss to the top. How you doing, Shannon?
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
I was saying, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So, LSU, coming off a series win at Auburn. I said last week I wanted to sweep. I'm kind of salty about that last game. Lost 2-1. So it sucks. Definitely need a sweep, but I'll take a series win. So it'll help. So LSU this weekend's gonna be playing Alabama, 28-17. Overall, 11-12 in conference play. They're coming off a sweep. They got swept at Vanderbilt this past weekend. So we also got swept by Vanderbilt. They're a really good team up there. Alabama's not ranked, neither are we. So this is gonna be, like Sippi said earlier. He said that these two teams are like in the top 5 out or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
plenty of the polls all over Twitter. Plenty of the polls had with the projections of who's going to go to regionals, what teams are going to make it. The first 5 out in a lot of those polls had Alabama and LSU in it, with Georgia barely squeaking in it. So, and there was a few polls that had LSU in it and Georgia and Alabama not making it. So with this series coming up, I do believe, and I think all Alabama fans, all LSU fans would agree that this game right here, this series is going to be the biggest series all season, because it's coming down to these two teams that are barely trying to make it in. And what are your thoughts on that?
I'm just hoping we can get in. I don't remember the last time LSU didn't at least get into a regional. In Alabama, I can't remember either last time they got in. So it's definitely, like you said, a big series, one of the biggest of the year. And whoever wins this game is going to have, they're going to be in the driver's seat getting in. And whoever loses this is, probably, since this is the second to last SEC series of the year, it's definitely one of the most important ones. So I think the LSU's definitely got to win 2 out of 3 here.
Sure. I keep forgetting that y'all only play 3-game series like normal. We're over here in the Conference USA playing 4-game series, man.
Yeah. LSU is 30-18, 9-15 in conference. They're coming off a series win at Auburn. Like I said earlier, I wanted to sweep in that series, especially a team like Auburn, like only winning 6 SEC games this year so far. That's a team you need to sweep, So, and Alabama's not going to need an easy series either, So that's definitely going to be one you need to watch if you're going to. Sippi, without further ado, go ahead and explain who Southern Miss is going to play this weekend.
Yeah, man. Southern Miss is Southern Miss goes on the road all the way out to Florida to take on the FAU Florida Atlantic Owls. Southern Miss holds a 33-15 record with a 20-7 record in conference play there in the Conference USA. We're sitting at number 1 right now in the West of Conference USA division. And I'm telling you, Louisiana Tech's right there with us. We're 33-15. They're 33-12. We just have a slightly better conference record. But if we go over there to Florida and drop some games and Louisiana Tech wins, man, they would end up we kind of tie at our conference wins and losses, then it's going to end up giving them the advantage, and they would put them as the Conference USA West champion going into the conference tournament postseason. So, like I said, Southern Miss 33-15. Florida Atlantic is 27-21. They're 16-12 in conference play. Florida Atlantic's over in the East Division of Conference USA. So this game, it matters because it's a conference game. Obviously, it's a 4-game series. It's going and Florida Atlantic and some of those projections we were talking about earlier for LSU. Florida Atlantic was a team that was actually predicted to make the tournament in some of these scenarios. So that if that would be the case, Conference USA would be a 5-bid league this season. And that's never happened before. We've never even been a 4-bid team for the NCAA tournament, and this year we're going to be a 4-bid league. But it's possible we could be a 5-team bid. So if FAU is able to come in and pull off a major upset this weekend over Southern Miss, they're probably sealing the deal that they're going to make it in the when it's all said and done in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. And you gonna go ahead and give us our prediction? You think you're gonna win 3-1 or split?
Well, 2 weeks ago we went out to Rice, and everyone, we're going to go out there and sweep them. We're going to go out there and sweep them. And I came on here 2 weeks ago on the show, man, and I said, you know what? I think we're going to drop a game and then somewhere, and we'll win 3 of them. That ended up happening last weekend. We played Middle Tennessee State. Everyone was like, man, we'll probably drop a game and then win the rest and go 3-1. I said, no, hold on. We're going to sweep this one. We ended up sweeping. So this week's very big for me. It's our last. I know the SEC still has another couple games after this weekend, but this is the last week of Conference USA schedules around the country unless they do a makeup game or something somewhere. But this is our last scheduled game for regular season series and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and say against Florida Atlantic, I'm going to say they win 1 and we win 3. And I'm telling y'all right now, I really want to say we split because they need it that bad. But I'm that strong right now that Southern Miss is playing really good baseball, that they're a team to beat with the pitching rotation in place and the way we're hitting the ball, man. We should be able to go in there. I'm not even going to say I don't think we can go in there and sweep. But give me 3-1, man.
Yeah. You think y'all match up good against FAU?
Oh God, yes. Yeah. Because they just got hot late in the season, so FAU's coming on, and we just got hot, a couple weeks ago. So it's gonna be a battle out there in Florida.
Yeah. And for us, Alabama's beating us this year? They beating us in softball, football, everything, every sport, and I definitely want to win a series. Definitely get someone, just win 1 game. Haven't beat them in anything this year. And
sure, I agree.
And I think we're going to win the series. I think we're finally going to get us a win against. I think we're finally going to get us some wins against Alabama this year. Definitely, it feel good. Last time we beat them was a 2019 football game, if I'm right, or the basketball or something, and. I definitely against a big rival like that, I wanna sweep, but I think it's gonna be 2 out of 3. We're gonna take it, definitely especially in Baton Rouge. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, we was able to knock them off in Tuscaloosa for you this year, if you remember back.
Yeah, I remember that.
To help y'all out on that.
Anything else about the upcoming series against FAU?
No, man. I just hope. I hope these pitchers stay hot, man. These guys, Walker Powell, Ben Etheridge, Hunter Stanley, these guys are just pitching lights out, man. We had Walker Powell, man, last weekend. He pitched a no-hitter. I don't know if you were aware of that yet, but Walker Powell pitched a no-hitter, man. It was really, really cool. It's been about 4 or 5 years since it's happened at Southern Miss, so it's pretty cool to see that. So, yeah, that's all I got, though, for baseball.
That's going to wrap up our baseball segment there. So we're going to jump on the football segment. Sippi, I ask you this usually every week. Any football news at Southern Miss?
Well, man, we're gonna stick with talking about the running back position, man. I've been telling y'all, I've been banging on social media trying to get them to to squeak out some answers, and they went on and signed a junior college running back to come to Southern Miss, Dejon Richard. He's actually from Louisiana that went over to Mississippi, played junior college ball, and now he's going to Southern Miss. He's not the big guy that you would think we were going to get. He's undersized, not undersized, but he's not a power back. He's a shifty guy. He's a squeaky clean guy. He's a speedy quickster kind of running back. But I went ahead after that was picked up. I went ahead on social media and I was like, "Hey, is this the only guy we're going to get? Let me know. Let me know if this is it. No more transfers." And I actually got word back through private messages that they're actually still out there on the market looking for a power bulldoze and running back. They said the only key is that they had to have good character. He wanted a good person to come here, and they don't want to get a senior. They would want someone that's kind of younger. That way, they could have someone they could grow with in the future. Someone not a one and done guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about something we usually don't on here. We're gonna talk about softball. So Sippi, I think you have an opinion about there's been stuff going on with the softball team, Southern Miss softball team, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, do you have an opinion? I mean, what do you think's going on with them? I've been hearing all sorts of different stuff about, players leaving, only so many players left, and do you have an opinion on what's going on down there in Hattiesburg?
Sure, man. So last season we lost our coach, Coach Wendy Hugh. She was a coach at Southern Miss for a long, long time. She actually stepped down and resigned to go coach high school baseball, high school softball, right there right outside of Hattiesburg in Petal, Mississippi. So she's still right around the area coaching, just not at the D1 level. The new coach come in. He's a military guy. And I tell this every time we talk about it on my show, man. All respect to the military, man. Thank you for my freedom, for real. But when it comes down to it, some of these guys are coming out and they're jumping into coaching, and some of them, this guy being a softball coach, talking to women, treating women the way he does, it's just not acceptable. He talks down to them. These are all rumors now. It's been put out there that he degrades, talks down to them, tells them, he's going to get other players to do their job. He changes their positions when he'll change a pitcher to a left fielder. Just random stuff. In other words, he's not fit for the job, and we all think he needs to be released. That's how we feel as a fan base. That we have 13 players in the transfer portal, and we only have 15 players left, and one of them's a pitcher.
Yeah, you definitely something needs to be done there because that's not acceptable at all. And we're going to stay on this subject right now. I'm also wanting to throw in there the LSU is actually playing South Carolina in the SEC tournament right now in softball. They're up 1-0, top of the fourth right now. So I just wanted to throw that in there real fast while we're on the softball subject. And also, I have another question for Sippi. Heard this past Tuesday you were on the radio, right?
Southern Miss, that's right.
Eagle. So how did that go?
I was over on the Super Talk Mississippi on the Eagle Hour. It's Laurel, Hattiesburg area. I was over there on the radio, man. The radio host, he contacted me, Mr. Bob Getty. Him and Luke Johnson contacted me, wanting me to come on the show and give a rundown of what I'm doing, how it started, and kind of where I'm going with it. So I gave them a spiel, man. I was extremely excited, nervous, terrified. I've listened to that show since I was a little kid, man. I actually got to watch Luke Johnson play. He was a punter for Southern Miss. So I remember watching him play back in the day, and now he's a radio guy, and I've kind of watched his whole career, and watched him, and it's just been cool to go back and be on that show because I've never in my life thought I'd be on a live radio show coming out of everybody's car radio, but it was real cool to be on there and promote the show and give them guys a taste of what I do on the Sippi Sports Show, man.
Well, we're going to go through the Conference USA and SEC baseball standings real fast. First, we're going to do the Conference USA. So, in the East, Southern Miss is actually in the West, so we're going to go with the East first. Charlotte is 35-14 overall, 22-6 Conference USA. I didn't realize they were that good, really. And Old Dominion, 33-13, 19-9 Conference USA. We're just gonna do the top two in each East and West because the rest really don't matter. Southern Miss, 33-15, 20-7 Conference USA, and Louisiana Tech, 33-13 and 19-7 Conference USA play. So we just want to go. I just want to go through that real fast. Charlotte, are they ranked? Do you happen to know if they're ranked in the top 25?
I'm not sure, man. I don't want to say they are and them not be, but it would seem
Yeah,
like
honestly.
in one of these polls, there's 500 polls out there, so
Yeah.
maybe in some of them I could see them ranked.
The only one I follow is when I watch the team on the TV, see the number by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow. Yeah. Southern Miss is they went from couple of weeks ago. I mean, they went from down up kind of this season.
Mhm.
After that Alabama game, it kind of changed the whole team. I felt like after that game, they went into Tuscaloosa and beat them. They changed as a team and started winning, either splitting or winning 3 out of 1. And like you said last week, they won 4-0. So I think that Alabama game had a lot to do with Southern Miss's successful season since then. And yeah, Louisiana Tech is also another team you got to watch out for. I mean I feel like they've last few seasons have had a good baseball team. And they gave us a game last night. It was 4-0 through 3 innings, and LSU ended up winning that game 16-8, I think. And so Louisiana Tech is one of those teams you got to watch out for.
Oh yeah.
Number
They,
14 in the
they
nation.
they've been all over us this season. We've played them 8 different times, and
Yeah.
I think we've beat them maybe 2 or 3 times total. Man, they've been good this season.
So, yeah, definitely. We're gonna go through the SEC standings right now. We're just gonna do the top two. We're gonna do the East, just top two, and then the West will go through the actual whole thing. So in the East right now, Tennessee 17-7 in the conference, 38-11 overall. Vanderbilt 16-7, 35-10 overall. In the West, Arkansas leads the West 17-7, conference 37-9 overall. Mississippi State 16-8, 35-11 overall. Ole Miss 14-10 conference, 33-14 overall. Alabama 11-12 conference, 28-17 overall. And then LSU, third to last in the SEC West standings, 9-15 in the conference, 30-18 overall. And A&M 7-17, 27-23 overall. And then Auburn, last one, 6-18 in the conference and 20-23 overall. So those last two, Auburn we played last week, Texas A&M we play next week. Texas A&M is probably another one we need to sweep, but we'll save that for the next week's show. And I just want to go through that real fast, talk about everything, and I think that's all we got for today. Sippi, you have anything else to say?
Man, no, man, I'm ready for football season. I do got to mention though, this Friday, my virtual football season starts. I can't wait to get that going,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and that'll be fun, man, to kind of get some football back.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to go talk about something else we usually don't talk about. NFL schedule release. I almost said NFL draft, okay? But we already had that. So NFL schedule release tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. That's when we're gonna know when the Saints schedule is gonna be released. So I know Sippy's a Chiefs fan. I know you're excited to see that too, Sippy, huh?
Oh yeah, go Chiefs!
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all the
So
time and TVs and all that, man. But man, y'all have a good one, man.
yeah,
Southern
me
Miss to the
too.
top.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's gonna be it for today's show. Hope y'all liked it, and we'll be back with more of this next week. Episode 6 will be next week. And as always, Sippy, thank you for joining with your in-depth baseball knowledge about Southern Miss. And I'm always glad having you on. So this can be it for today's show, everybody. So